Well, hey there, kiddies. It's your favorite batshit crazy uncle. One more time here in Uncle Robbie's Science Corner. Tonight, I'm either going to lose my shit or I'm going to get this soldering job done. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn the camera down to the Rick. I'm going to focus it up, get it in there nice and tight so you can try and see exactly what I'm doing with the soldering job, and maybe we can even look at this, for lack of better words, inane wiring diagram. But anyway, I'm going to turn the camera down right now, so just chill out for a second. Okay? And I'm going to zoom it. Let's see, can I zoom it? There is the controls. And, let's see. See, this camera has that floating lens. So it's like got a gimbal on it or whatever. So, anyway. Right now what we have is I got the wire from the neck pickup right here. I got the wire from the bridge pickup here. I've got the wires from the jack right here, okay? Red is the, I remember red is the tip and black is the ring. I explained the color code the other day the way I learned it in the phone company, but that does not apply here. And this black wire is the wire that goes to the bridge, and I explained why that is like that. So, what the instruction sheets tell me, because here's the instruction sheets, the Seymour Duncan wiring diagram. If you can see that, it says take the red and white wires and solder them together and then tape them, which I've already soldered them. So what I'm going to do here now is, this is my favorite part of the electric tape, is finding the end of the electric tape and getting it to come off. What I'm going to do, because this is dirty, this tape, it's been sitting in my car for a while. I'm going to just snip off this excess right there using my bandage scissors. These are actually, I got tape stuck to my hand. These are actually bandage scissors that I got when I worked in a nursing home 20 something years ago, and they still work great, and they're perfect for little tiny jobs like this where you just have to snip a little bit of tape there and there. Okay, oh crap, lost the end of it again. Just snip that, and I'm just gonna put the tape right here. Put my scissors down, put the tape right here, and just give it a little bit. I could put a piece of shrink wrap tubing on it, but that would also mean that I'd have to go find my heat gun that my Uncle John borrowed, I don't know, 15 years ago, and that piece of tape stuck to the tablecloth. It's actually just a sheet that I put on my table, not inadvertently scratch the fine finish of this fine instrument. Put that there and tape it. And there you go. Like I said, what I should have used was some 3M Scotch locks, but I gave all the ones I stole from the phone company before I left away. Now the next thing it says is to, okay, the three-way switch. Can you see that on the diagram? Let's see. Okay, three-way switch. All right, it says to take the black wire from the neck pickup and go to this terminal. So what I'm going to do, because I'm probably not the world's greatest solderer. Matter of fact, it's probably one of my least favorite things to do. I got this soldering iron because my good one is locked up in my dad's barn. And what you want to do is just heat that up. And ba-bing. And that hardened, and look at that. One beautiful solder joint. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this wire, and I got my little bandage scissors here, so I'm going to make a small incision in this plastic coating just to kind of peel it back a little bit more. Let me grab this braided wire. Now the Duncan pickups, they have these, I've been trying to figure out why these pickups have 5 wires coming out of them, and I'm sure that's because since they're humbuckers, they could probably be coil tapped and other beautiful things like that. I think I got enough out of here. And I'm not sure, but if I ever do get a chance to talk to my good friend Tom Lieber Guitars, because that's how he talks, because he's from Long Island or Brooklyn or someplace like that, like me. We took English as a second language. I'm going to ask him what all these wires mean, and maybe, because there's room here in the pick guard, maybe we could drill in a couple of those little three-way micro switches, and we could actually do coil taps on this. I'm not saying that, excuse me, that I would ever need or want to do that, but it might just increase the tonal capacities and variations, and that's what this is about. I mean, I'm not here because the world's greatest bass guitar player or greatest guitar builder. I'm here because I'm trying to learn new things and have fun doing it. Blow it on a little, makes it cool off quicker. And you can see I got my little cheap Harbor Freight soldering iron because, like I said, my good one is in my dad's garage where I left all my tools. Okay. Left all my tools there because I was working on guitars while I was watching him. And I broke a braid on this wire, and that sucks. But as long as I got a couple of braids, it should be okay. Now, I've taped the red and white wires, okay? It says to take the red and white wires and tape them together, okay? And now I got to figure out what to do with the green and shield wire. So for this, I guess you just take these and you solder them to a pot, because I think these are ground wires. The instruction sheets really don't tell you too much about what is what. Oh, I don't want to burn my cord or myself. And I got this little thing. If you like what you want to do to clean the tip of your soldering iron off is just have a little sponge, okay? And just clean off the tip of your soldering iron, because it'll help the heat transfer. And now I have to find my solder. There it is. Okay, I'm going to put these to the ground. Because ground is ground all the world around. As we all know that, any of us who've ever taken basic electricity and how the hell do you get this to stick? Oh, there you go. All you need is like one little blob of solder, okay? And it sticks. This is actually pretty good solder. I got this solder at Harbor Freight when I bought the stupid soldering iron. Soldering iron was $3.99. I think the solder actually costs more than the soldering iron, if I remember correctly when I was there with my son the other day. Now, the neck pickup, I should just put to the neck volume. So I'm going to twist these little suckers together. Okay, let me put my soldering iron down. Okay, what I'm going to do is just take these two and just twist them together. Right? And put them down there. Grab my soldering pencil, clean it off, clean the tip, clean the tip. If you like my tip cleaning sponge, it's an anchovy tin with a sponge in it. Because like I'm saying, I'm not doing these videos to say, oh, with my state-of-the-art freaking, machine shop, I can build pretty much anything. I'm doing this because I want to prove that the average guy with average tools can actually put together a quality instrument on his kitchen table. Now, mind you, your wife might kick you in the nuts for doing that. Taking her kitchen table and taking it over with, guitar making stuff. But what I'm going to do with this is, since I got to jump, this is the tip from the God, I can't find my side cutting pliers either. But this is the tip from, you know what I could do? Here, you take a little knife and you just strip away. You just strip away a little bit of the insulation on this. I'll show you a little trick. I do this a lot on jazz basses or P basses with the bridge pickup, but you just strip away a little bit here, okay? Because this is the tip side of the going to the output jack, and that's not that great, but let me see, maybe I'll just snip it with the scissors. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? I don't know, I'll probably be watching this later before I try and load it up. And be like, oh, I can't see what I'm doing there. I'm going to slide this end through here. Okay? And it gives me that little natural, of course. Wow, I didn't give myself enough slack on that one, did I? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, sorry. Gives you a little bit of a, you know, you don't have to strip the wire twice. It's a little trick that I learned. And now you take your solder, get it in there. Ooh, that blobbed up nice. Look at that. Yay! See that? Perfect. That's on there. Take the other end here. Okay. I gotta remember, always put my soldering iron down. I burn myself more than I care to because I'm always like taking my soldering iron and holding it like a cigarette. And maybe that's a good reason to stop smoking. I don't know. I think any reason is a good reason to stop smoking, but at this point, why quit now? You know, I've been smoking for 35 years. My lung feels great. And you just get that wire there. You put this here. I only clean the tip. You clean the tip. Here's a little sponge. Little sponge. Sponge. Okay. Anchovy tin and a piece of kitchen sponge. Hey, it works okay. You know what? We're on a low budget, and none of us are freaking millionaires. Well, I mean, I guess some of us are. You know, if you are a millionaire, hey, more power to you. If you're some billionaire rock star who's into customizing your own guitars, and I'm sure there are, you know, like Eddie Van Halen. Oh, man, that wire's getting hot. God damn it. Woo! Woo-wee. Okay. You blow on it. I always blow on it. I did burn through a little bit of the insulation on this wire, but let's push it back over. As long as it doesn't make contact with anything, it shouldn't be bad. Okay, so we got this one. We got this one. We got the hot to there. We got the hot to the other side. Okay. Now what we're going to do is this is clean the tip again. Always got to keep cleaning that tip if you want good heat transfer, okay, guys? You know, don't I want to find some way where I don't burn through this wire. Okay, there, let me move it. And hold that down and put a big ass blob of solder on it. No, the solder's not melting. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. And mind you, you can't see me, but I am wearing some protective eyewear, and that's on there. Look at that, it's holding. And as ground is ground is ground all the world around, it does it. All the pots, okay? Let me explain something too, because you might not know this. This is called the wiper on both of these pots, and that's the thing inside of the potentiometer. It's a round thing, and there's a thing that goes around and it makes your volume go up or makes your volume go down when you turn a knob. And that's attached to this terminal on here. This is a ground terminal. I mean, it doesn't matter which... well, I guess if you did it backwards, it would just mean that your volume went up and down with a different rotation in the pot the different way. But this is the way... These controls came pre-wired, and I'm so glad they did, because trying to put all this shit together would have driven me absolutely insane. And what I'm going to do is the bridge ground, I'm just going to put right next to the output. I could just have, you know, grounded the bridge ground to the output jack too. Like I said, if it's all like in a series in the circuit, and boom. So there you go. Who said I was a bad solderer? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, they all feel like they're not going to fall off, which is just amazing. So what I'm going to do right now is turn off the soldering iron. Okay, and all right, I'm going to zoom out back onto me. And okay, guys, next video, I'm going to test this. Okay, soldering video, really, I didn't know how it was going to go. It went really well. I don't have confidence in myself when it comes to soldering. Also, I haven't. I'm only on my second. This is my second Labatt's Blue. Somehow the cans got really darker. They're not as light as they were. But my favorite beer is Labatt's Blue, imported daily from Canada, and I should get an endorsement from them. And if they ever do give me an endorsement, I would love it. Labatt's Blue. And that, as we say, is that. Okay? Sorry I'm not as animated tonight as I usually am. You know, also, you notice your color is not off on your camera. I'm wearing a black leather jacket instead of my blue one. Because I don't know where... Oh, there it is. It's right there. See, it's right in front of me. I didn't know where I threw it. But anyway, guys, that's it for now. I'm going to stop this video at this point. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my reference amp, okay? Unplug this in. I'm going to tap the pickups, and then we're going to put the pick guard in, which is probably going to be another major, you know, pain in the testicles. And we're going to do some, I know you're going to love this. Little bit of drilling. And that's the next step in this. And after that, it's putting the strings on and then doing the intonation. And like I say, I shoot these videos pretty much at the same time. And I just, you know, there's a thing on YouTube where you can have them auto, you know, post. So I try to do one every 2 or 3 days. Just, like I said, just so they get watched. But enough of my bullshitting. Take care. You know, whatever your God is, or if you don't believe in God, whatever, I hope they bless you. And keep on rocking in the free world. Night.